And now, here is Bill Powell, candidate for Newton City Council.
Hello fellow Newtonians, this is Bill Powell, candidate for the Newton City Council. As you are well aware, we are in the midst of a spirited campaign season for the 3 seats open on the council. Scott Gilliland, Riesel Wright, and myself have formed an alliance in an attempt to take control of the runaway city council currently in place. From time to time, starting today, I will be sharing some thoughts and concerns via video clips here on Facebook and also on my personal website. I suppose I should establish a name for these clips, so I'll begin with the inaugural Newton Notes. So let's get started, Newtonians. Let's get down to the basics. We're talking about city government, running for city council, but let's get down to some very important matters first. This, folks, is a cat. Her name is Roxy. She's my cat, and she's not cooperative today. But she keeps me company late at night when I should be home in bed. So she's pretty important here, and I didn't want you to miss meeting her. Moving on to a much more important topic, let's talk a few minutes about the City of Newton and its finances. I have this professionally prepared visual aid to use today. Other candidates, other incumbents have presented on Facebook their version of Finance 101. Mine is Finance minus 71. There's a significance to that number. Some of you will understand it. But I'm going back to the basic premise here. If you notice the dollar sign, that represents city money. Whose money is that? It's our money. The taxpayers of Newton that have paid over, sometimes unhappily, to the City of Newton in form of taxes, fees, and charges. I call it Finance minus 71 because I want to remind the City Council, current and future, hopefully that will include myself, Riesel Wright, and Scott Gilliland, to spend our money on your behalf wisely and conservatively. I believe our current City Council has lost sight of that. They have spent wildly. They have spent on frills and wants. And they have raised our taxes. And I believe that's wrong. So what I pledge to you is that we, myself and Riesel and Scott, will concentrate on the wise and conservative spending of your tax dollars. Every dollar will count with us. And you can take it to the bank that we will change the way we, as council in the future, look at your money and spend it as if it were our money. Because it is our money, all of us. And it will be wisely and conservatively spent. The next topic I would like to address is governmental ethics, as that issue relates to the City of Newton. If you'll look at that particular slide, ethics, it's not centered, it's a little askewed to one side. And I think that's appropriate for the current City of Newton Council. I don't believe they're centered on ethics. Let me explain to you briefly why I say that. Other than some of the information I've accrued over the last several days, which will likely be brought to you guys at a later date. On July the 9th of 2025, I filed a records request pursuant to North Carolina state law with the City of Newton. One additional request followed on July 28th. As of the date of this video, neither of those requests have been fulfilled. In the past, my requests have been fulfilled within 30 days, more or less. We're almost 2 months in, and I still haven't got my request returned, especially the first one. You think that may have something to do with this being an election year? I'll let you decide on that issue. I have my opinion. But in that July 9th request, I included a request for ethical and practical information as it relates to the City of Newton City Council. Let me read it for you. I requested all records as defined by state law, setting forth City Council procedures and policies regarding all matters of their functions, including but not limited to meetings and how meetings are conducted, both open and closed, behavioral, professional, and ethical considerations. As of this date again, and I repeat this, I have not received those records. Specifically regarding ethical records for City Council and the conduct of meetings, I don't believe those matters exist. It's my belief that we do not even have an ethical guideline document for the City Council. They certainly have problems running meetings, as I have called them out in the past on the conduct of their meetings, and I don't see anything being produced in that regard either. That's a real problem. Ethics is a big deal with me, and even though our mayor not publicly stated, but privately stated to me in a recent meeting that nobody trusts me, and I challenge him to produce that information and proof, that I am a trustworthy person, and the information I have learned over the years will die with me, especially with regards to my activities as an attorney at law. So let's look at why the City of Newton has an ethical problem. Very briefly, there'll be more about this later. They don't have any guidance. They conduct meetings secretly. And they do other matters and do not open up to the citizens. I'm calling them out on that, and I'm telling you on the record for the whole world to see that if I'm elected, and if you elect Scott Gilliland and you elect Riesel Wright, ethics will be at the top of our list, and you will see a flurry of documentation regarding how we conduct our meetings and the ethics that are expected of all our members.
Thank you for watching today. William D. Powell, candidate for City Council, and the committee to elect Bill Powell to Newton City Council are solely responsible for the content of this program, and there were no costs associated with its production.